Hello all. So today we will be seeing how to create the CI/CD pipeline, and then in the CI/CD pipeline, through the CI/CD pipeline, we will be posting our created Docker image to the container registry, which is a public repository hosted over GitLab. So let's get started. So for that, again, I'll go to the container registry. Now, how to go to the container registry? Go to your log into your GitLab, then you go to your project, and then go to once you go to the project, you can see the deploy, and in the deploy you just go to container registry. So here these are the commands which we'll be using for pushing our created images to container registry of GitLab. So before that, we need to do certain things. So for that, let's go to setting and then go to CI/CD. Again, we have our runner. So currently I'll be using the self-hosted runner over the cloud, which is AWS Cloud Runner. You can use any runners, whatever we have created in the early tutorials. You can use those things to set up this CI/CD pipeline. Then we'll go to the other section called variables. So here I will be creating a variable, and particularly for the CI/CD pipeline, we need to have the developer setting. So I'll just go with developer setting, and I'll create a variable and store it here. Again, we'll open one more thing. Just go to setting, and we will create this access token. So I'll just open it over another tab, and here I'll create one more token name. So as of now, we don't have any token, and by default, with the free version of GitLab which we use, it allows only to create one token as of now. And these are the things which I have created earlier for the demo. So I'll just use the same name, and you can give any name of your choice. And description: this is for my CI/CD token automation. Maybe I can give any description. You can also skip this; this is not required. And then you can set an expiration date. So after this expiry, this token would no longer be valid. So you can just define the date and all. So I'll just go with the date whatever is mentioned, because it is again for the next month. So I'll be completing this demo by today itself. And then you can select the role. So for now you should give the developer role, and you can give all access, but you can again refine the access as per your project security needs and the project requirements. So for my demo, I am just giving all access, so that the project doesn't fail for me during the CI/CD creation of the token. So this is a token which is generated only one time. You should save it anywhere so that you can have refer it later, because it is only generated one time. So I'll just copy this. Now I will go here, and here I will create a token by I mean, again, you need to go to CI/CD, and then you need to go to CI/CD variables. In the developer token, you can add a token here. So I'll just keep it mask. So by mask, again, we have gone through all the variables and the visibility things in the previous tutorials. So I'll go with mask, which will again help me to see the variables whenever I want to check the value of the key, whatever I am setting, and I can set C from here, but not in the CI/CD pipeline. Again, description, you can give CI/CD automation, though this is not mandatory. You can just give anything of your choice. I'll give my CI/CD token as the key, or maybe we can again redefine this later. So value I have again copied from the token we generated, and I pasted here. Now I'll give this as a registry token actually. Okay. So the key I'm creating is registry token, because I'll be using this variable again in the pipeline. So add it for now. Great, it's added. So the next thing what we need to do is again you need to go to your pipeline, and in the gitlab-ci.yml, which will be creating your GitLab pipeline, you need to define all these sections here. So here we have today I've created two variables called image name and image tag. Now image name I've given as my web, and image tag I have given like this is the image registry. So these are the default variables which are available in the GitLab. So by default it is pointing to this project. So I have just picked this registry name. Image name, you can just give the same name, and this is the commit short SHA, which is like whatever we commit here, once we create the commit, it will be taking this commit and storing it as part of the image tag. So it will be the image registry name, and then it will post the SSH sum of that commit. Then we have the stages build and deploy, and here we have the build job. In that we have defined the stage as build, and then we have tagged is as AWS. So this means that it will be picking my GitLab runner, which is like hosted over AWS, which we have created one self-hosted one. So if you are not sure, you should go through the previous tutorials where we have set up or we have gone through how to create a self-hosted agent over the cloud AWS. Now before script, again before script also I have explained before, but I'll explain it again here. So here we are passing the registry token which we have created. This is the command which we got from docker login. So this is the one, docker login registry.gitlab.com. This is the CI registry, which is the value being passed here. That is registry.gitlab.com, and here we have passed the CI registry user. By default, this is also available with GitLab, so you don't need to mention the value. I think it is CICD token or GitLab CICD token, something it is. We'll see this in the logs. And registry token is the token which we are passing from the variable. So if you remember, we have set a variable here, registry token, and we preset the value of the token here. So it will be referred here in our YAML. And in the script tag, again, we are doing the normal build steps, which is docker build -t is the tag, and we are giving the image tag. Now image tag is again the variable being fetched from here, and then we have the docker push command. So these all things, docker build and docker push commands will be running because build is rather there because we have the docker file in our repository, which is again, if you see the root directory of the repository, docker file is here. So it will build this image, and the instructions whatever we have given in the docker file, it will build on top of that, and it will rename with the it will create the tag with this image tag, which is the registry image, and then the SHE sum of the commit. So once that is done, again we have another job called deploy. So deploy has a stage called deploy, where we are again running this on our GitLab runner, self-hosted runner on the cloud AWS. And then again we have the before script, which is again before executing this script, it will perform these steps. So which is like again it will allow do the docker login for us. So which is allowing again here and here to, so that we are already logged into the docker container registry, and then we don't need to pass anything because it will be taken care of, I mean building or pushing here, and again whatever we need to do the running the docker deployment, I mean running as a docker daemon. So again these things are like before script will be doing whenever or running whenever the script is about to run, it will run before those steps. And then we have the last step, which is the printing, like the deployment is done and it is printing the image tag. And then we have the docker run -d, which is to run over the daemon mode, and the name we have given as image name web. We have not given tag again because it cannot take in the name like whatever the commit and all we have given the name, so that format it cannot take. That's why I have taken this and created a new name for this with the image name, and we are passing web here. Then -p is for the port, which is again 8080 is the host port and 80 is the container port. And again we are passing the image from where it will be taking the image as reference, and then it will creating the container from. So that's the explanation of our pipeline YAML. So I'll commit this, my first Docker GitLab registry image. Again, it will start the CI. So in the meanwhile, let's see the other files. So as we have already discussed over the previous lectures, like the explanation on the other things, which is if you go to other files, like Docker file is the one where we define what is our base image, and it will copy the current directories index.html to this nginx alpine image to the working workspace directory here, so that or the user directory here, so that the nginx page is up and running over the nginx. And the index.html is nothing but it's just a factorial function being implemented, so that whatever you give as an input value, it will calculate the factorial of that. So let's see our pipeline. So it is running, and the build job and deploy job are completed. Let's go through the logs. And if we go through the top logs, we can see that it is running with GitLab runner. Again, this is the version. It is like we have set the bash executor as the shell executor, and then we are cloning the our my CICD project from the GitLab with the head revision or the SHE sum. And then it is executing the script, like this is the pre-script, so which is running our docker login command. And then we have the docker build command, so which is running and creating our image with the required tag. and we can see this is the registry, this is the value of the tag, and then Docker image is pushing the same tag here, whatever we have here, to the registry, which is the uh, container registry of GitLab. So we'll see that it is posted here. So if you see here, just refresh that, and we can see this is the project, and this is the actual tag which it has posted here. So if you go here, we can see, I mean, we can delete it and all if it is required. So it is posted with this image, and all the details we can see of manifest.js is this, published to the this image repository, configuration.js, etc. is here. Then we'll go to the next step, which is the deploy. Again, deploy is here where we are running various things, like again it is running the shell executor, and then this is preparing the environment over our cloud. This is the GitLab runner hosted over the AWS cloud by us, that is self-hosted runner, and it is again reinitializing our project for cloning the CI/CD project. It is checked out the particular SSH sum here, and then again with the help of prescripts we are logging into the Docker, I mean GitLab Docker registry, and then we are removing if we already have this MyWeb image, so it will remove this and return true. Even if it doesn't have the my image, it will return true. Otherwise, it will fail the step. That's why we have given the type true symbol, so that even if the image doesn't exist, it should not fail the command and it should not exit from the deploy step. Then we are printing again deployment is done, and this, and then we are running the Docker image whatever we have created in daemon mode with the name as web, and then we are exposing it over our host, which is the GitLab runner hosted over self-hosted agent over our EC2 instance over AWS, and we are again using this image as reference. So this is again coming from our GitLab image, and it will create a container with name web. So let's go inside our AWS. So again, for this, I'll not show you the command for doing that, because we have covered already this in the previous lectures. So I'm already into the account, so I'll just see docker ps, and we can see the name is my web, which is running over this self-hosted AWS GitLab runner. The container name is my web, and this is the 50, or we can see DECP is the image which is created. So let's validate from our container registry. So yeah, so this is the one exactly we can see. Now let's access this IP and see if our application is up and running. Now this IP is of our public, I mean this IP is our public IP of the GitLab runner self-hosted, which we are running over the cloud. So we can see our application is up and running. If I want to calculate the factorial of 10, so just you can try. So yeah, this is the factorial of 10.